I'd say happy Monday, but wow, what an unbelievable, ridiculous, painful crash. We'll just call it a crash. You ever play Mario Kart and then you crash out? Then you've seen that in 2024, everybody started using the term crash out to describe everything. Society's getting crazy. Anyway, if this is your first time coming on through, welcome to another edition of X-Feed. My name is The Schiller. Monday through Friday, we go through the timeline. And today, this might be similar to Friday, because Thursday I didn't end up streaming. And then Friday, we basically did like the length of 2 streams. And that may be the case today, because I got through like a quarter of what we had saved up to go through. And yeah, there is a lot. And the biggest takeaway that I keep harping on, what is yesterday is not today. The amount of things that have happened that you've probably forgotten about are a distant memory that are kind of arguably irrelevant at the time is insane. Insane. And second of all, if anybody knows Abstract, can you please tell them to accept the friggin' creator application? I'd be going streaming today if that was the case, but it's not. So we'll see if we can get on there. Okay, so back on the 24th, breaking Stargate, a $500 billion AI project unveiled by Donald Trump will exclusively and only serve OpenAI. So this is a hilarious timeline because for anybody that's not been made aware of like why the market's crashing, all this other stuff, there was this AI app platform, basically the same as ChatGPT, called DeepSeek. Now this came out, it's free. There is apparently way less money behind it that is coming out, and it just basically crashed the entire market. So the conversation around AI is significant, knowing that that is the case. And of course, in crypto, we keep saying, or it's told to us that crypto and blockchain crypto and AI are the perfect merger. We'll see what happens with that. But again, something to note that we go from like kind of big news to AI to it completely crashing the market. Now, we have people, too, that are completely switching teams. So I've played videos from Fred Kroger before, who was like the Bitcoin maxi. And now, all of a sudden, is starting to talk about meme coins, launching meme coins. Apparently, there was a whole bunch of shenanigans back in the day. LEO Trade saying that they met the guy in 2018 and was launching shit coins, and then somehow they turned into a Bitcoin maxi, now going back to it. So again, don't meet your heroes, people. It's all wild and crazy. Okay, but speaking of heroes, Jesse here from Base. This is maybe the most cringe-ridden video I've ever seen within Web3. I like the thought, right? So this is a marketing initiative that they have to, market. But it's so awkward, and I don't know why they didn't come up with like better verbiage, but they're trying to get people to go on chain.
Okay, so we're trying to get people on chain, trying to give people $50 in Ethereum and see if they'll accept it. Excuse me, ma'am, do you have a few minutes to get on chain? Do you want to get on chain?
Sorry, I can't understand.
On chain? Do you want to get on chain?
No, I'm good.
No one wants to get on chain. Do you have a second to get on chain?
Like, how the hell do you not come up with like a better verbiage than walking up to random people and being like, do you want to get on chain? Like, we've had the arguments about, the terminology around NFT is kind of bad, or like Web3 is all this, that, the other thing, whatever. But like going up to people and saying, do you want to get on chain? Like, nobody just says like on chain in that verbiage. I don't know. I had face bomb. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But speaking of AI agents, I was messing with a tool the other day. Look at these. We could just do the shows. I just got to type in prompts and that's it.
Let's speak for a moment. Imagine a future where everything is online. Aren't you watching me give you this speech? That's Silentology. Let's speak for a moment.
That's Silentology. Yo, Roofluff, what's going on, dude? Where's your Phoebe cap? No, I never ended up purchasing one of them. I was like, nah, this is going to be crazy expensive. I don't know what the hell happened with the merch, though. So I did the interview with the DRX guys, and then they were like, yeah, we've worked with like some awesome suppliers and everything. And then it's been like 2 or 3 months since they shipped. So I don't know what in the shenanigans is going on, but people need to get their merch. I know, it's unbelievable. Hopefully they get that sorted out. Now, on the realm of like things being really weird in 2025, so Senator Cynthia Lummis posted this the other day after having the big like crypto announcement and whatnot, saying, allow me to introduce myself with adding the laser eyes. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, this has been kind of like a joke and a thing. I want to say even Gary Gensler did this at a point, and why it like represents or like gives kind of like a nudge towards crypto, I'm not really sure. I know that there is a lot of NFTs that have like laser eyes within it. I don't know the the origin story, but her posting this is like, all right, people are just friggin' going for it, trying to get the crowd to notice. Dookie Dash from Yuga Labs, Far Away, and Swamp Gaming, they've been doing their tournament. $25,000 in ape, I'm guessing, is what that equates to, but they have a winner for it. And something we've highlighted a little bit in the past, but it feels like it's gotten a little quiet, is massive amounts of money going into various esport opportunities within the Web3 landscape. So whether it be Dookie Dash, ApeCoin, we have the Third Kingdom with the Root rewards, we have Parallel with their tournaments, which keep getting more and more funding throughout it. And it's felt kind of quiet on that front, to be totally honest, about teams announcing big money behind some crypto gaming, but still waiting to see. So when you look back a few days ago, you might have forgotten that the entire timeline was fighting, like a big brawl in words. And it was people that were Bitcoin maxis versus people that were XRP maxis, and everybody in between. Why this happened, I have absolutely no idea. No idea. But it felt like everybody that was a Bitcoin proponent was like, XRP is stupid. We don't want them to be a part of like the US strategic reserve, because for Cynthia Loomis, the announcement that came out was that the US is looking at having a digital asset reserve, not a specific Bitcoin reserve, in which that just sent the Bitcoin maxis up the wall. And it was weird. It was super weird to watch on the timeline, to be honest. So don't forget, tribalism is strong, real in here, but it does show that everybody is obsessed with whatever they end up holding. Yo, Cosmin, what a wonderful day. Shopping time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's funny too. Different ways to view things. Okay, so depending on how you played Izuki, you might have done well. I made this post. We have to, relook at the things that we've said. And I said, woof, nice price action around tokens for Izuki system, ecosystem lessons in there. Now, obviously, for the people that are in the know, like to have the tokens a little bit more upfront, if you will. And some ecosystems are a little bit slow at doing that, but that's okay. That's okay. But the point being is that it sent Izuki absolutely to the moon on this token release. So the token happens, and then Izuki goes to 4 ETH. So it goes from 12.28 up to 13 in this range to 4. Now, we also saw Penguins take a huge dip after, and this isn't strange, right? Like, anytime anybody does a token, the floor basically falls out of it, 100%. But, like, wow, that really, really took a hampering. Insane. Smoot saying, honestly, we need Abstract Chain to launch so bad. The vibes are terrible. People need something to do besides toss money at 2 a.m. Meme coins. So, thought for a second, isn't it weird that we're at 2025 when we've had so much hype, so much talk about crypto games, everything else, and we're still going on to this being like, hey, how we doing? Everybody doing all right? Good. Me too. And then we just go and play like Marvel Rivals, League of Legends, Overwatch, list goes on. You know what I mean? Yo, Harry Swan, what's going on? Good morning. Early, Drew. And it's like one of the games that everybody's going to enjoy, going to stick around. I feel like Off the Grid was like hyped up from the streamer perspective, but I really didn't see that many people within like inner circles or people that I talked to out trying that game. Now, I did play it. It felt like the time to kill was way too quick. The graphics were cool. The original opening scene, I still stand by that. I think that might be the best story-driven example of storytelling generally within Web3. Like, it was really, really well done, super high quality, and genuinely loved it. But where's the games that everybody's all around are wanting to do? Abstract just launched. Wag me. Yo, hell yeah. Here early. I'm still waiting for the friggin' creator application on that. Let me recheck. Brought it up a second ago. Any difference? Nah, that's what I call duff. We'll leave it open and see if anything changes throughout there. But yeah, is Abstract Chain going to bring more applications, games, whatever, that people are going to want? Or are we going to have kind of the same issue that, all right, there's chains that are launching, but there's not a whole lot to it? Ape Chain, Root Network. We can go down the list. Gas fees are gross right now. Is that because like the market's super dumping? It's probably the case. Can't even send ETH. That's cool. We'll hang out here. It'll be like the Top Shot pack drop all over again, and hopefully the gas fees will die before the end of the day. So while the market is completely dying, supposedly a good time to remind you that somebody paid $333,000 for an autoglyph digital asset. So if you're feeling down in the dumps, just remember there's some person with a hell of a lot more than you that's buying digital assets, and maybe one day they'll buy whatever you're holding. True. Okay, so trying to be funny with this, but 17,500 silo for this. Went out for food last night. Listen, we got the Cajun chicken wrap. We got the Caesar salad. Absolutely unbelievable. And it's funny because you go through like the different takes right here of like maybe next cycle. Yeah, maybe. But there was one post here from where's Icy Amphibians post? There we go. So here's the thought, right? Going in the future, what if every menu you go to, because you already use like a MasterCard to begin with, but every menu you go to, it's on a tablet, but it's denominated, or maybe the card reader is able just to be updated into denominating it in whatever your favorite cryptocurrency is. Do you think that's even a possibility in the future? I think that would be phenomenal. I think people would be all about that. And do we have it really where the system in the future is like bartering, or people just get to pick whatever they want? Now that would be crazy. But it feels like it also has to be like a stable coin of it. So I guess like your favorite stable coin, unless people will be like, you can use whatever currency, but there's like a 5% upcharge because of volatility on certain things. Maybe, or if it's instant transactions. Okay, so Spencer Merrill saying IP Super Cycle, and they are working on Emergence. And we highlighted Emergence before, but when we played the video, it didn't seem like it was relating to a specific IP. So when he's saying IP Super Cycle real, like, I have to ask the question, are we talking about just IP that's strong, that already exists? Or if we're saying, like, there's going to be a lot of IP out there that are quality, that's going to get the attention, that's coming through Web3 rails, that allows you to engage at a bigger point than what you currently can for other brands. Now, as an example, I saw somebody that posted online about a Buffalo Bills room, and you've probably seen people that have like crazy dens around sports team. So you walk down, they have posters, they have the parking, they have images and displays of jerseys, of whatever it be. They have helmets. Whole thing goes on, entire couch like branded in Bills logo. You have the TV out there, surround sound. You got lights that are all Bills colors, right? So people go out there and they'll be obsessed with the brand. But does the Web3 angle open up doors even more beyond that? I don't know. Back in 2021, this BTNK person bought a punk for 6 ETH. It was $8,000 at the time. And now punks are like significantly higher that in ETH terms and significantly higher in US dollar terms as well. Which begs the question, is it better to hold a crypto? Is it better to hold an NFT? That's the, it was like my attempt at the Snow White mining, you know what I mean? The beginning with the dwarves. I got to rewatch it. I haven't watched it in a while. My bad. Okay. $1 million bids going out for some rare CryptoPunks as well. So we saw the autoglyph. We're seeing bids on CryptoPunks. Market's dying. Kind of hilarious when you take a step back just to look at what is going on ultimately. But side tangent, motivation and confidence are a dynamic duo. It's painful to see people lose both, but inspiring when you can help them rediscover it. I think when we look at the timeline, you can tell people that have confidence in things and people that do not. Now, motivation is also a huge component because we see a lot of people that kind of drop off the face of the earth after they're interested in something. They cover it for a while. It doesn't turn out the way they want. And, maybe they move on to something else. Maybe they completely give up. But it's something to watch in the timeline because I think we're going to see a lot of it as we're seeing the market be very, very volatile. We've not talked about Genesis in a while. Genesis NFTs basically died, to be honest. I don't know what OpenSea's doing. Maybe they knew the market was going to crash, so they stopped. But re-highlighting back a few weeks ago, the AI XBT, one of the AI agents on the timeline, was talking about OpenSea and made a comment saying multiple Genesis gives you access to higher tiers. It's not linear, but having at least 3 is optimal for what's coming. And so I was like, okay, well, we've seen very little of what this AI bot does, but from everything we've seen, it seems that it's accurate. And that seems like that's not the case. Everybody's realizing, okay, they're just taking different thoughts off different people, and, you know, the algorithm is spitting out whatever it be doing. And so there's another comment that kind of rescinds that, saying, my bad on the Genesis claim. Bad intel on that one. Doesn't change that OpenSea token makes sense given the user base they had. So we're still waiting to see what the hell happens on that front for the Genesis. And then there was a big fight on the timeline between FaZe Banks, who was the creator of FaZe Clan, and Gordon from Bored Ape Yacht Club. So what's strange about this is, like, I don't care. You can give away whatever you want. You're good. But they're like $500,000 giveaway. Guys, an ape is not $500,000. We are absolutely fishing people for engagement. What are we doing? So we'll see if that items have actually getting given out or not. The other conversation is back to the Bitcoin and XRP argument, is that it felt like crypto as a whole has went from, this is a way that's going to be more beneficial for people, different means of transacting, fun hobby too on the side, if you will, more in interest. You're kind of always locked in. So if you're somebody that wants things that are always going, it's a very interesting industry. But this is a good meme. Bitcoiners back, and we could arguably replace this with like any coin, but just because they were arguing. Bitcoiners back then, independent of the government with my decentralized digital money. Bitcoiners today, governments, please ban XRP and other crypto. And it's funny because the conversation went from trying to get, you know, citizens involved to, hey, we need the government to go out and buy strategic reserves across the space. And it is weird when you think about it. So there was, so Larry Fink, Dean Norris, Keith Urban, and Ray Lewis, I don't know if they're all hacked, but they all decided they were going to launch a meme coin.
Everybody, it's your man Ray Lewis. Listen, I did a lot of great things in the world of football, but I think I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. I am now launching the official Ray Lewis coin.
Oh my God!
Listen,
join
this movement. Like, let's change what our world has been introduced to, and let's get back to loving each other. Right? The ticker, kind of my thoughts is fit. Right? It's like, how do you take care of yourself? If you can take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, then we all got a chance. You already know a big portion is going to charity, bottom line, right? Everything we can do for people. And one of the reasons why I jumped in this business, because I need help in changing 1 billion lives. How do we do that? Like, how do we do that? Like, there are tons of ways for you to get involved with me. Like, tons of ways, like to engage directly with me, like join exclusive events. And man, we just gonna do some really good things, celebrate with some really good people, and bless a lot of people. Listen, join the journey. Like, let's do amazing things. Let's make a real difference. Jump in.
What the hell was that? So Blue doesn't even come up with like an explanation of what they're doing. Just says, we're going to help a lot of people. I need help. Yo, buy into this. My bad. I've been doing this wrong the entire time. I gotta tap my head and say, think about it. You know what I mean? If you think about it, if you know, you know. Unbelievable. What the hell does this do for anything? What are we doing? Yo, fuck, what's going on? I don't get it. So there was, let me just, I got to scroll back because I've done like half of the bookmarks, but we're probably going to go like for a longer stream. I got to go back to it. But I posted, because I figured half of the posts were going to get deleted ultimately for it. There we go. So here's the post. Keith Urban, this is the one from him. No, I'm not hacked. Voice token is here to stay. And then that got community noted saying this video is AI generated. This account is hacked. This is happening to other accounts as well. All right. Dean Norris, I've decided to launch my own crypto coin named Dean. She made a video and some other stuff saying, yeah, that's not me. Larry Fink from BlackRock. X is completely compromised. 2025 marks the dawn of cryptocurrency revolution at BlackRock. To commemorate this transformative era, we are proud to launch Rock, the official BlackRock coin on the Solana blockchain. Learn more at getblackrock.com. Again, not real. And then what we just launched or watched with Ray Lewis, my token fit on Solana. We are going to be doing a lot of big things here at Market Cap, milestones, charities to cool events to interact with me directly. I mean, not to be like, a little bit of grammar on this, but we need a little bit of grammar on this. True. We are cooked. Harry Swan things are crazy. That's nuts. So this is a big post from Walls. It was just crapping on Blast, right? I don't want, listen, if you don't like Blast, whatever. But we go through, and this was basically talking about how people on this foundation are getting like $50,000 a year, and the individuals involved with it aren't necessarily all like woohoo Blast. And it makes me think more of like, I genuinely don't think that a lot of these foundations and things are a good idea, apart from having like a main team, because you're incentivized to be able to continue that job. Where we've seen with like the Ape Council and other things, I mean, I don't know how long like the Blast Council thing is for, and I think even the foundation, they ended up dissolving after, the administration changed, and they're like, we can kind of do whatever. And I was like, all right, that's nice. But when people don't have motivation, just talked about a second ago, for something or a genuine incentive that makes it matter, right? So let me use an example. Like if a sports athlete is fined like $5,000 to $10,000, we say, oh, that's peanuts to them, right? Where for some of these people who are massive traders and whatnot, getting $50,000 a year for something is peanuts. On top of the fact they know maybe they're done in 3 to 4 months. So, you go through the motions, they're not going to kick you out of things. You want to get, like, it's a very, very dangerous situation that I think people just don't really take at face value. Because what we also have seen a ton is people that have focused on an ecosystem and then said, it's not really my cup of tea. Things haven't gone the same way. I mean, listen, if you watch the stream, we've been interested in a whole bunch of different ecosystems and things haven't worked. Things have worked on certain things. You kind of like bounce around. You're like, okay, I'm hopeful on something, but we haven't seen it to a point, right? And you guys probably know exact individuals in the same situation. So these foundations, I think, are dangerous. Fluff Bear, I'll make a coin on Pump Fun, and then we can change the world, and we'll work out, and I'll give some money back to charity. Ray Lewis. True. Okay, going back to 1932. Remember when ticket stubs were cool? This is actually pretty sweet. The 1932 World Series, Game 3, New York, Chicago. October 1st, Babe Ruth called shot. I have no idea what the hell that means, but look at this ticket. Talk about it. Beautiful collectible. I also, on top of we'll bring it up here, on top of the Hulk PSA 8, 1994 Marvel Masterpiece, we did purchase one of the Digimon cards. That's probably it for physical collectibles for me. Well, now I got to go down to the digital side of things. But listen, we using eBay, I don't know. Every time, like, I bought that and I'm like, okay, I'm probably never going to sell this because I'm not going to go through the hassle of it. This other card, same. I think I have Digimon cards somewhere. I have no idea, but I still, am frustrated that the fact that in Canada, nobody can stream it. It's unbelievable. The first ones you can't. So you have to go on like TikTok and watch some account that posted all of the episodes on like a half a screen. Unbelievable. Quick reminder, as Abstract is launching, if you did the Frame community airdrop a while back, basically it was connecting your wallet. You got X amount of points if you did a certain amount of volume on Ethereum. I think there might have been a little bit more to it. But it was addressed back in June. We appreciate the Frame community's patience and are excited for them to come join us on this new journey of building culture, community, and creativity on-chain. If you're a Frame claimer, your pre-existing rewards will be honored in Abstract's native incentive ecosystem. More details to be released soon. Now, we are, how many months past that? I don't think there's any more details with it, but something to keep note. So something you forgot about last week as well is that Pudgies took a huge dump. Why was that? Well, because there was rumors about there being no token generating event at Abstract launch. And I think that's confirmed. If Harry, you're saying Abstract launch, I haven't seen anything about like a token at the beginning, but this is something that's not like strange. We've seen this with Blast and other ecosystems overall. But Slime saying Penguins tier 1 Abstract asset, do things on Abstract and interact with the ecosystem. Win big on the token generating event. Okay, not a horrible thought. Eden saying, funny how I'm seeing FUD around my timeline about Pudgy Penguins not getting an abstract airdrop. I think there won't be an abstract token when mainnet launches, which means no Pudgy airdrop in 3 days. Doesn't mean the Pudgies never get an airdrop from abstract when it does come in the near future. Big difference there. But that didn't really matter because we saw like a 30% dip on Pudgy Penguins as a whole as this really started to circulate. And it was all based off of this comment saying insider dumping, Pudgy won't get abstract airdrop, just XP multiplier. Whales know this already. Check the dump history. It's all from person holding 20 or 30 plus Pudgies. So the question then goes, all right, the people that have higher holdings know about certain things within the ecosystem, and it goes, about. But, of course, if the founder comes out and says something, then people are like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks for actually addressing the rumor instead of letting everybody believe, okay, you know, we're partnering with Disney or whatever other shenanigans that it is. And so LucaNet's saying nobody knows anything. True. We have no idea, but we will wait and see. Goblin Town, I guess they're doing a game on abstract. Coming soon. Looks like a car racer. Not bad, not bad, not bad. JPEG flipper. A little bit of sauce on the timeline, if you will. Block every person who told you this was going to $10. Block every person who said this was going to $5, etc., etc. What happened with Magic Eden, guys? What happened with Magic Eden? The amount of hype when the token launched was insane. I feel like Blur like actually went up after the drop happened for their token. And then obviously like subsequently crashed. Magic Eden, nothing's going on with that in terms of like the token. But all of these things are all this hype into a token drop. And then it feels like there's nothing following it. And it's just an odd pattern that continually happens. And maybe odd's not the correct terminology because it happens so often. But it's like you think you'd have a little bit more extra behind it. But it does show that even when things launch, they have products. Things can happen very slowly, or if there's more token to come out, get ready to, see that raid candle downwards. No airdrop off the bat, but I think the XP you get from using abstract stuff will be in your, what? What are we doing? What are we doing, Harry? What are we doing? I am scrolling through just to see what else we can see, because I have a whole bunch of tweets, so let me bring this up. I've always thought about like doing a stream where like we just go live, and if people are chilling in the chat, we kind of shoot the shit for a minute while we put it all together. Truers. So this would be awkward, me going through. So we have a thing about Readyverse. We have a thing about the Doodles clothing. And them also willing to give the money back to a bunch of people, which is kind of nuts. We have vibes now on the Epic Game Store. We'll skip that one, but very cool that we have another game from Web3 that's getting on there. Tattoo World and the Anti-Social Media, which we had the interview with the other day. They're partnering together. There was an announcement for that. Brian Armstrong saying they were going to rethink the Coinbase listings. That one will be good. We'll bring that up. There's a Pudgy Penguin that was a crown that was sold for $83,000. Okay, we have a whole bunch of abstract things. Maybe we'll bring up some of the collections through here. I mean, there's so many different posts to go through. Oh, and then Beanie called out that the whiff sphere money was moving, and then had some comments that saying we did a $100 test. Are you engagement farming? That was a good laugh. That was a good laugh. True. Timeline's always got some shenanigans going on. You're in to the tokens. Yeah, understood. Time Magazine having some Pokemons on the cover. We have some Watch Talk. Silo Protocol is where the Murmur Matrix lives. True. Love seeing tweets like that. Oh, the crazy esport fans. Yup. Okay, so we'll do like 5 tweets at a time because otherwise I'm just repeating myself, somewhat, kind of. Yeah. All right. Futureverse is launching the Readyverse, and the infrastructure seems to be built. The first AAA experience in Web3. This is somebody's clip from this back at South by Southwest. It's been a little bit, but we have seen teasers for open.
Just a small little group.
So if you're going to put those words out there, AAA, you need to have the kind of people to back that up, and so we've been out there and working behind the scenes to pull together an all-star team. So we're collabed with a studio called Walker Labs based up in Europe, and they have pulled together an all-star team from, you name it, Epic, Ubisoft, EA, Mojang, DICE, Microsoft, PlayStation, to build a high quality, and we think the first AAA experience in Web3 with AAA IP.
Dan.
Speaking of IP,
Go ahead. You want to jump in?
yeah, I was just going to say, we've found that all the major studios are super excited to have their IP come into open to create avatars based on characters in big movies, TV shows, weapons based on things from those movies and TV shows, just other experiences to do in open based on their IP. So it's an exciting time.
Okay, we have one.
I don't get how the hell that mic was picking him up. Look at this. Look at it. Look how far away that mic is from him. Holy smoke, what are we doing? But huge. Very excited to see what comes of that. All right. A little bit of Doodles FUD on the timeline if you haven't seen. I know we're not supposed to FUD, but I just got my Doodles X McDonald's hoodie that I ordered 2 months ago and paid $175 American dollars for. And it's a paper-thin $27 hoodie from American Apparel. Oof. That's a tough look, but Burnt Toast and the team quickly on the timeline saying this sucks and I'm sorry. We were limited to vendors that McDonald's had safety tested. DM me your wallet. So this happened basically for everyone. So they're trying to refund everybody on the merch for that one. How they were limited vendors, I don't know. We talked about the Featureverse merch issue a little bit earlier. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the clothing realm, but it seems that there is issues in general. Brian Armstrong, we need to rethink our listing process at Coinbase, given there are 1 million tokens a week being created now and growing. High quality problem to have, but evaluating each one by one is no longer feasible. And regulators need to understand that applying for approval for each one is totally infeasible at this point as well. They can't do 1 million a week. It needs to move from an allow list to a block list and utilize customer reviews, automated scans of on-chain data, etc. to help customers sift through. That will continue integrating native DEX support more deeply. Customers shouldn't need to know or care whether the trade is happening on a DEX or a SEX. Talking about centralized exchange, just to be super clarification on that word if you're listening on audio. But does that mean Coinbase is going to start listing a whole bunch of more tokens? That is the question. Okay, abstract early NFT projects collab manager list. So we went through a couple of lists the other day of just tokens, right? And people. And I was like, I can't get any info from any of these. What the hell is going on? So let's go through 3 and see if we can come up with it. So Fugs. Okay. Bringing cute chaos and a touch of mischief to the blockchain. Let's go check out the site. It says coming soon. All right. Every single abstract project says the same thing. What are we doing? Unbelievable. I can't believe. Why do we not have any info on this? Pupils. Together we rise. No website or anything. All right. Any interactions will be doomed. Well, apparently we're doomed for even trying to look into this because you have no friggin' info. What are we doing? I can't. What are we doing? All right, Good Vibes Club. It's only in the Discord. No, hold on. They do have a website. Let's check out what we have here. Goodvibes.com. Follow the journey to Vibe Town. Okay, we do like vibes. Sure. I don't know if like the 3D animations are really doing anything for me. It doesn't seem like that much better than anything else. The patches are cool. Listen, that's all right. Good Vibes Club is a high-end art-focused IP created by award-winning animated studio Toast. In partnership with Super Rare, our mission is to spread the best vibes in Web3 through content that makes you feel good. The highest quality and most curated 3D PFP collection ever is just the beginning. If anybody ever says just the beginning again in Web3, run. Run. Sell everything. I've never seen that actually be the case. Ever, with a capitalize of ever. It's insane. Captain Trippy, what do we got here? I see you, ape. So there's all this conversation around, like, in the United States, if a token potentially is excluded from capital gains tax if it's an American-based crypto. Now, I don't know if we've actually had severe confirmation of that. We've had people say, oh, this person said that, but we're still waiting to see what that. But the point being is that in this red circle around here, it's the ones that are made in the USA. So you have Link in there, Ape, Graph token, Axie Infinity's token, XLM, Mana for Decentraland, Sol, XRP, a couple of other ones in there. But it's interesting when you look at these lists, right? Because it's all about the narrative. And that's something we forget about a lot, is that a lot of these things are just completely run off of the narrative. And if you thought crypto people are crazy. If you thought that sports teams are crazy, which you probably saw on the timeline yesterday after the Bills and Chiefs game, the holy smokes timeline went absolutely up in flames. But have you seen the esport shenanigans? So outside of one of the esport arenas in Korea, they rent out trucks to shit talk teams. It's great. And most of the time, it's like ridiculing your own team, where like T1's the biggest players, right? They're like the Real Madrid, the Yankees, the Lakers type of deal out there. And so people are paying to put trucks out in front of the building to rip on the team. Listen, that's dedication. Absolutely love to see it. Still a little tough. Speaking of tough, we still haven't been accepted in the abstract ecosystem streaming. What are we doing? Unbelievable. Okay, quick little check here. We'll see if we're going to bring up any other tweets, or we'll just leave this for tomorrow. Remember when Friendtech was the most important development in Web3 for 4 weeks? Yes. I do remember that. We have a thing from Cointelegraph. The misinformation on certain things is just painful. It's painful. Says President Trump signed an executive order to develop a new strategic stockpile of Bitcoin for the United States. Everybody knew that was not the verbiage used whatsoever. So people are saying he literally didn't even mention Bitcoin or a stockpile in this video. Like I don't know if these people have connections to like these social apps where you get points for tweeting or engagement, right? Like not Friendtech, the Fantasy Top over in Blast. But like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, final thing, because this is a good one. Then we'll get back to it tomorrow. Someone should build a musical chairs app because that's what we're playing anyway. True. Again, go back a week, go back a month, watch the stream for like 10, 15 minutes. Whatever happened the other day is completely irrelevant today. It's all the focus on the day. And if you're joining late, don't look at the charts because things are bad. Well, hold on. Let's go take a look. Maybe we're coming back because Bitcoin crashed pretty significantly. It dropped like 5,000. Well, it went from 105,000 to 98,000-ish and then repopped back up here to about 101. Repop back up. You know what I mean? Not too shabby. Ethereum, checking it out. Holy smokes. Still down in the dumps. Not great. Well, we'll be here tomorrow covering it and beyond. Thank you for coming on through. Mr. Harry Swan, Fluff Bear, Root, Fluffle. Hell yeah. Cosman, enjoy your shopping. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.